Hi there, Kevin Donlan from Guerrilla Job Search International. I'm joined by Steve, a financial services executive in Pittsburgh, and Mark Haluska, our coach.
Hi, everybody.
Steve, you went, before you found Mark in our program, you went through some traditional outplacement. What was the difference between traditional outplacement and working with Mark?
Traditional outplacement basically introduced me to the new age of job search, which is mainly internet-based, but it didn't focus on me, and it didn't focus on the value that I brought to the table. It focused on getting a resume out, playing a numbers game, going through advertised positions, and it was a very frustrating process. Once I started with Mark, from the very beginning of the program, it actually felt strange for the first 2 weeks to not be sending out resumes and applying for advertised jobs, but rather building momentum, defining who I was, highlighting my value, redesigning my resume, making everything much more captivating and very, very focused. I was very gratified at the end of every day because I felt I had made so much progress each day, and I could actually feel where we were heading with this, and I knew that once I started to apply, it was going to be much more effective. And Mark encouraged me all the way through that process to stick with it, build the base, if you will, do all the assignments and tasks, because all of them would culminate in ultimate success, which I did achieve basically 5 weeks into the program.
Good, Mark. Do you have anything final to ask?
One final thought from me, Steve. Kevin, David, and I, we get inundated with emails, phone calls, and inquiries from people who are sitting on the fence wondering, should I really get involved with this guerrilla coaching? So what would your advice be to the fence sitters, those who email us or call us, and they don't follow up, they just kind of let it go by the wayside? What would you tell these people?
Well, like many executives who have been successful, I thought I could do this on my own. I didn't think that I needed any help. And I had spent 9 months grinding away, but I had a great story to tell, but I apparently wasn't telling it the right way. It was my wife, actually, who finally looked me in the eye and said, you're very good at what you do professionally, but you're not very good at finding a job. You need to get some help. And when she said that to me, it rang through with clarity that I, in fact, needed to do something different. Once I found Mark, it was clear I was working with a professional, changed the whole dynamic. He took the raw materials that I knew I had and helped me mold them. We went through a structured process that was very productive and forced me to focus and put together a marketing program for me that was ultimately very successful. I've said this to Mark several times. I wish I would have found Guerrilla right after I had been displaced. I spent 9 months trying to reinvent the wheel, and I spent 6 weeks driving a Corvette down the highway to getting a job. So that's the way I would describe it. And don't twiddle your thumbs. Don't think you have all the answers. Get professionals involved, and you will be stunned.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, new Senior Vice President.
Yeah, thank you.